Good morning and welcome to the Friday edition of the coffee sessions. I hope everybody is having a good Friday. We've already got a few folks over there in the chat, and as you can see, there's not much action on the Rocky cam this morning. It's Friday, so Rocky's already got his spot on the sofa or the couch or the Davenport or whatever you want to call it. He's already got it nice and warm, I'm sure. But so happy Friday. How's everybody doing? Let's see who we got over here. We got Paul from P&G Custom Woodworks. We've got Mr. Mark Lindsay CNC in the house. How you doing, Mark? Kevin Els. Good morning to you. Troy Pritchard says good morning, everybody. How you doing, Troy? Hitch Hamilton's in the house. Good Friday morning, he says. Kathy's in the house this morning. How you doing, Kathy? Good to see you. Harry Vaughn Sr., good morning to you. Eric Smith, how you doing, buddy? Janet, how are you this morning? Welcome, everybody, to the coffee sessions. I do have, I know we got Tim DeLine in here this morning also. Yeah, I got a quick public service announcement for y'all this morning. Just so you know, there are only 68 days until Christmas. So, you know, if you haven't already started your shopping, you might want to get started. Anyway, all right. So that's the public service announcement for this morning. Let's see what did I miss here. A little chilly here. Mark Lindsay, sicker than a dog. Haven't gotten a ding dong thing done for the last 3 days. Okay, well, I hope you get feeling better. I hope you don't have the flu. Did you get a flu shot? Let's see. Kathy says, yeah, thank you. I'm still kicking. Paul says, looks like everyone is starting to wake up. Yeah. Dave Clemens in the house. How you doing, Dave? Good to see you. It says, are you getting ready for some rain? Yeah, I understand there's some kind of tropical storm or something going on down there, and we're going to be getting some rain. In fact, the whole reason I started this coffee sessions thing was because I got tired of watching the news, all the negative stuff on there. But I do try to catch the weather, and the gal on there this morning said we were going to get some rain probably tomorrow, I think. Doesn't really matter because all the stuff I have to do is either in the house or in my shop. So, I mean, it's not like I could stop it anyway, so it doesn't matter. it can rain all at once too. But yeah, anyway, thank you all so much for being here, having your morning coffee with me. I got where I really look forward to these things because, like I said, the news on TV is always just so negative and stuff. But I did want to share. Let's see, Mark's got something here. Not the flu, just a huge head cold. I sound like a duck quacking down a well and feels like 10 miles of bad road. Yeah, that sucks, Mark. I know how it is. Even with the cold, man, you just feel miserable. So I hope you get to feeling better and are able to get out there. Now, I hope this is not going to keep you from putting a video out at 0700 on Sunday morning. If it is, I'm going to have to find something else to watch while I drink my coffee, because that's usually what I do is watch Mark Lindsay CNC's videos that come out on 7 o'clock Sunday morning. So let's see. Paul says here, is it too early to talk about the 2019 Christmas challenge? No, it's not too early. I've been talking about it on the CNC show for a little while. It's going to be the same thing. I haven't got anything on the website yet, and also if anybody's been looking for the website, it's not there right now. It just says it's private. I'm switching to a different thing, and I've been worked on it a bunch yesterday, and it's going to take me a day or two probably to get everything back up there. But the Christmas challenge will go on as on schedule. It will start officially on Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, just like it always does, and run right up until 11:59 p.m. on Christmas Eve. So same deal. Get your videos made. I mean, you can start now. It's just, I won't be posting any videos on a playlist until when it kicks off officially on Black Friday. But short video. You've done it before, Paul, so you know the drill. But yeah, it is going on, and we'll be doing it again this year. Let's see here. If the weather forecasters got paid on their accuracy, we would probably get more reliable forecasts. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the folks I watch. Plus I have their app on my phone, and I check the radar and stuff, and they're pretty good. I like those guys. So, and you can't be right all the time. I mean, come on. But all right, so see, we got Ryan Ballard in the house. Good morning, people, from an IHOP in Richmond, Virginia. Okay. Tim says, asking my wife for a laser for my CNC for Christmas. Yeah, well, you better be really nice, Tim. You don't want to get on that naughty list. Paul says, guess I better put a plan together for this year's program. Yeah, you still got plenty of time, really. But like I said, 68 days before until Christmas, so you still got plenty of time. But hope to see lots of good projects this year. We usually get, anywhere from 15 to 16, 17 videos or so. So hopefully we'll get at least that many, if not more, again this year. So anyway, I wanted to share one little story with you. Like I said, it's you see so much negative stuff on the news, but there was a story that the Fox 5 Atlanta team did this morning. Paul Milliken, in fact, is the post I'm going to be showing here. But he was talking about the police in Woodstock, Georgia, took one of their police vehicles and did a wrap in pink, for the cancer awareness thing. And it's been just a huge hit. I'm going to show you a picture of the car right now. I'll share the screen here. Here's a picture of the car, and you can see all these signatures and well wishes and stuff like that on the car. And I guess it's going to be on, that wrap's going to be on that car through the end of October. But they're saying there's like about 1,000 signatures or so on that. And now, of course, everybody's wanting to flag down that car so that they can sign it and put a message about, whether they survived cancer or they know somebody who did, or maybe they know somebody who lost their battle with cancer. So I just thought that was a pretty cool story. Like I said, a lot of times the news, it's all, shootings and drive-bys and all that kind of stuff. So it is a little refreshing to see something that's a little more positive there, I guess. So anyhow, yeah, Janet says that's awesome. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool that they did that. Kudos to the Woodstock police there. Yeah. And even without the signatures, I just think it's a cool look for a police car to have that that pink, that like that's pretty cool. Very, very cool story. Let's see, what else was I going to talk about today? Oh, yesterday, since Greg Hitch says car wraps are ingenious. Yeah, that's, I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they get them on there so smooth and stuff, but they do. David Jones from Portal Woodworks is in the house. How you doing, David? Good to see you on here this morning. Hope you got your coffee. Man, that's good. Yesterday, if you missed the coffee sessions yesterday, we had got onto a discussion about old LP albums and stuff like that. And Hitch mentioned the one particular album. I was telling him that my parents, in particular my dad, always liked the Herb Alpert and Tijuana Brass, and he was talking about the album cover for the album A Taste of Honey, and how he saw it at the Danners 5 and 10 there in Danville. Which, by the way, I noticed that building's gone now. They tore down that building. I don't know when they did it. It may have been gone a long time, but I was surprised that it's gone. I hate to see stuff like that, but it was all wiped out. But anyway, I've got that album here. I dug it out of the closet. I found in fact, if you look at the Rocky Cam, you can see there's right next to where that tripod is, there's a bag, and that's got all my parents' old albums in there. But I dug out a couple of them, and I thought I would show this is the, this is the one that's got A Taste of Honey on, but I guess it's called Whipped Cream and Other Delights. But this was if I can get this right here, maybe. That was the album cover. Pretty risque back for them days, I guess. But yeah, and I was going to ask Hitch if you remember that song that was really popular. I think it was #1 for a long time, but it was just an instrumental called Love Is Blue. I don't know if you remember that. But the people who did that, it was Paul Marriott or something like that. I don't know if you remember that one, but it had an interesting cover as well, and I'd forgotten about it. But pick this up here before Jack steps on it, bust it. But this one is Paul Marriott and his orchestra, and I don't know how good this one will show up because it's still got the little film stuff on it. But that was another kind of risque cover from back in the day. But Love Is Blue. So I wonder how many of y'all remember that. So we got Ernest Sanford in the house this morning. Good morning, Ernest. How you doing? We're still talking about wrapping a vehicle over there, labor intensive. Yeah. Mark says my parents had that album. Yeah. Which one? The Herb Alpert or the Paul Marriott? He says no. What I'll be looking for. Yeah, that was a popular thing. I'm sure you remember the song. Like I said, it was just an instrumental, but it was really popular. They wore it out on the radio. But let's see. Ryan Ballard says that font style was on pretty much every album cover I can remember on the first album. Okay. I wonder if are you talking about the Paul Marriott? See, Mark Lindsay said, yeah, they had the Herb Alpert album. Yeah, my folks over there in that bag, they probably got about a half a dozen or so Herb Alpert and Tijuana Brass. The back wall of the Danner's building collapsed a few years ago. Wasn't fixable because of the cost involved. Wow, that's weird. I wonder what caused it to collapse. Mm, mm, mm. Hate to see that. All right, so there's the album covers we talked about. I'm going to post another comment here, and of course, um, Facebook does not allow me to do the post a comment um, to Facebook from StreamYard, so it will let me do the post a comment straight from StreamYard, and it goes to Facebook, or I mean YouTube. But Facebook doesn't want to play, so I'm just gonna. I've already posted a question. I'll put it up here, and then if anybody's watching on Facebook, just curious, why do you watch the coffee sessions? You know, why are you here watching? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. I'm interested to see what you why you're here and watching this. But for whatever reason, I'm glad you're here. Gives me somebody to drink coffee with, kind of, sort of. Let's see. I got to thinking about something else too, and I always jot these things down so I don't forget, because if I don't write something down, I forget it real easy. But I got to thinking about something. Everybody's on Facebook these days, and I'm just wondering how many. Let's see. Ryan Ballard says StreamYard must have done an update because the avatars show up now. Yeah, that was part of their last thing where they added the multi-streaming. I mean, I've always been able to multi-stream using StreamYard, but I always had to stream to a third party, which was Restream, and then it would send the stream out to YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Periscope, LinkedIn, all these different places. But now they do their streaming straight from within, so I can now schedule it. That's why you see the nice little notices ahead of time, and you'll see it posted that Dave's going to go live or whatever ahead of time, and it makes it much better. So let's see. We're getting a few answers here to my why are you watching the coffee sessions. Hitch says to connect with new and old friends. That's a really good reason, and that's one of the reasons why I like doing this. Let's see what Mark's talking about. My parents also had. He's still talking about albums, I guess. The only tune of theirs I liked was the theme of the good, bad, and the ugly. Yeah. Let's see. Eric Smith says, here and chat with folks outside my workplace. Yeah. Troy says he likes the different conversations. We have had some pretty interesting conversations. A lot of times I try to jot down some things just so we'll have something to talk about. But a lot of times, somebody will say something in the comments and we get off on a tangent, and I never even mention some of the stuff I write down. To me, those are the best ones, is when y'all are kind of in on the conversation too. So K Milton 100, and I've even seen that name, but welcome here to the coffee sessions. Glad you're here. They say it's better than the news. I get asked this question all the time. What kind of coffee do I drink? I drink mine black with a couple of sweet and low. Well, it's not even really sweet and low. It's the Publix brand sweet and low. I can't taste the difference between the sweet and low and the Publix brand, and the real sweet and low is probably about $1 more a box, or a couple of dollars more a box for the big box. And it's basically just Publix brand instant coffee, not the decaf, but the good stuff. But so that's it. Dave Clemens says, I enjoy the morning company. Yep, me too. Because as you can see from the Rocky Cam, not a lot of action going on there. Jack is laying right. Let's see. No, yeah, it's over here. He's laying right over here, but you can't see him because he's not in the shot. Barbara Denman in the house this morning. How are you, Barbara? Hope you're having a great day down there in sunny Milton, or it may not be sunny today. She was the one that was giving me the heads up about the tropical storm thing. Ryan says he's stalking me. Well, okay. I'm glad you're here anyway, Ryan. It's let's see. Reminds me of my granddad going to the local donut shop every morning for coffee with friends. This is just the newer version. So do I remind you of your granddad? I'm not so sure that's a good thing. But anyway, glad you're here, Brian. Joey Spain Howard in the house. Happy Friday. Going to be firing up that plasma thing this weekend, Joey. Guy makes some awesome stuff, awesome stuff, I should say. I'll spit it out here in a minute. He makes some awesome stuff with that plasma thing he's got. And I'm kind of jealous because he's got one of those things. I'd like to have one. Janet says Jack wants his own camera. Yeah, maybe he's gets his feeling hurts because I call it the Rocky Cam. And I should have just called it the Doggy Cam or something, I guess, because Rocky's, like I said, he doesn't like to stay in here. If it's real quiet, if I'm like the other day, I was in here working on the new website, and they were both laying right behind me and stuff. And but if I'm doing something where I'm talking, like doing these lives, Rocky's like, nah, he wants it more quiet, so he'll go get on the sofa. Guess I need to check out the storm thingy. Yeah. Yeah, you live down that way, I think, Harry. No, did not mean it that way. I didn't take it that way. I just messing with you, Brian. Starbucks French roast in Keurig. Oh, wow. When you drink it, do you hold your pinky up too? Or is that... Let's see, Danville Coffee Cup Cafe. All the locals met there every morning. Yeah. I know we have here in my little town, McDonough. I see Joy says I will be getting the shop ready for the Christmas village at the BJCC. Cool. Yeah, we have. I haven't been there. I always just go through the drive up, but when a lot of times if I go through the drive up at my local Hardee's, I'll go there and get their biscuits and gravy. They have awesome biscuits and gravy. But when I go through there, you look and there's always like right at the front of the dining room, I guess you call it, where next to the windows, there's always a group of older gentlemen sitting there drinking coffee, and I'm sure swapping lies and stuff like that. So I think that's just something us old guys do. But Mark Lindsay says he drinks Wally World store brand made with a Mr. Coffee. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know if my coffee maker is a Mr. Coffee or not. I think it might be. It's one of the cheap ones. It's not one of the real fancy ones. Earl Walker's in the house this morning. How you doing, Earl? Paul says he's got to run. 9:30 is startup time for my CNC router. Well, by all means, get out there and get some chips going. Good to hear that. Thanks for the 2019 challenge update. Yeah, well, like I said, it's unless you hear different, we'll be doing it every year. I'm just I've been talking about it off and on a little bit, not a whole lot. I think I first mentioned it in like August, and people don't want to hear about Christmas when it's still when you haven't made it through Labor Day yet. So Tim says he's warming up the shop with the pellet stove. Going to cut out the square calibration test piece you had on your show. Okay, good. Shouldn't be any issues with that. You know how to calibrate it and dial it right in. Yeah, I was thinking about something else this morning. Facebook has been around a while. What is it, like 10 or 12 years, something like that? Does anybody know when Facebook first started? What year Facebook first came out? If you do, post that in the comments. Um, but anyway, there are like a gazillion Facebook groups. Uh, I mean, for just something ridiculous too. I mean, they just make a group out of it. But I've noticed that Mark Lindsay says, "I have 5 kids and 5 grandkids. I don't want to hear about Christmas until December." Yeah. Uh, but anyway, I was just wondering how many Facebook groups are you in? I try not to stay in very many, but it seems like you'll get invitations to join this or that, and you're like, well, okay, and you try this, and before you know it, you're in a bunch of them again. Um, Really, I try not to stay in any CNC Facebook groups at all, except for the two that I run. The Gatton CNC and the GarageWorks CNC. Brian says Facebook started in February 2004. Yeah. Oh, wow. It's been 15 years then. That's longer than I thought. Yeah. Wow. Well, yeah. Anyway, let me know how many Facebook groups you're in, because I looked this morning and I'm thinking I'm not that in that many, and I look, and counting the two that I run, I think I'm in like 28, and I'm thinking, man, how did I get in that many groups? So I'm going to be thinning that down a little bit, I think. Because some of them, I don't even know why I'm in there. I don't even know how I got in there. I think some of them, they just put you in there somehow. I don't know how that works. Yeah, some of them I don't comment in or anything anyway. So it's just another annoying notification to kind of pop up in your feed when you're not in it. Mark says, I'm in 21 groups, but some of them aren't active at all. I think they've been forgotten about. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the Facebook groups are like everything else. They kind of come and go. Ryan says he's in 10 or 12. Yeah, see, that's what I thought I was, if I was going to guess. There's, I'm in one for the, my high school class has one, where they post reunion stuff and different stuff like that. So I stay in that. So I kind of stay in contact with them. And let's see, Troy says, how do I watch the coffee sessions on Facebook? I don't get any notifications and I can't find it on Facebook. All you got to do is, if you can't find it, just search Dave Gatton. It's on right on my, well, I say it is. Let me check and make sure it is running as well. I've been getting comments, and I guess it is. But it's right on my page, my timeline. It's not in any of the groups, and it should be public. I don't see any way to change the privacy there, so that, I guess that means it's public. But yeah, it's right on my timeline on Facebook. So I don't know why it wouldn't show up for you. Eric Smith says 11 groups for me, 3 CNCs, 2 3D printer, and others are family and friends. Yeah. No, it's not on the Gatton page. It's if I streamed it to the Gatton page, only the people in the Gatton group would see it. So I just post it on my page, and it's public, so anybody can see it. So yeah, I'm going to have to go back and take a look at my groups and try to thin that out a little bit, I think, because some of them I'm not, I don't even know how I got in there. I think somehow they put you in there. to run up their numbers or something. And but anyhow, I got some I need to get out of. And whatever happened to MySpace? You remember MySpace? And if anybody's good with a quick Googler, Google and see when MySpace started, because it was just starting to get. I think it was just starting to get going, and then Facebook come out and just. You don't even hear anybody say MySpace anymore. It's and I had an account on MySpace. That was the first social media platform I got on, I guess. And I don't know whether that stuff's still out there or not. I haven't even tried to look for my stuff. If I did and I found it, it would be really old, outdated stuff, because I'm sure I probably haven't used it. I can't remember when I joined Facebook. Ryan Ballard says it's still there, just nobody uses it. Well, how are they staying in business? Or somebody's got to make money somehow, or it wouldn't stay on there. None of this stuff is free. Okay, Barry Curtis says, where'd it go? August 1st, 2003. Okay, so it was only out then, I guess, about a year, because somebody said that Facebook started in February of 2004. So let's see, people can invite you to join a group and you can see some of the posts, but not all. You have to click to join to be counted as a member and see it all. But I guess even if you don't join, if they invite you, do you still see all the annoying stuff, that'll show up in your feed? Because that's what I get. I'm like, where did this group come from? Why am I seeing this? Earl Walker says he's in 107 groups, a lot of Marine Corps, muscle car, woodworking groups. Yeah. I'm really not in, when I think about woodworking groups, I think the only one I'm in is the Southern Woodworkers, which is, Zach Mandarin kind of heads that up, I think. But I don't think I'm in any of the others, because, I just don't see the need to be in 30 of them. That's, they all kind of talk about the same thing. But, good old MySpace. That's interesting. Let me write that down. It was August 1st, 2003. I'll have to see if I can find my MySpace page. Be interesting to see what was the last thing I posted on it. Let's see here. Yes, you will still see the annoying stuff, but you're not counted as a member unless you join. You can go back to that group. Yeah, I guess that's what I need to do, though, is I either go there and click the decline. And then if I am in it for some reason, get back out. Ryan Ballard says, at the beginning you had to be invited to Facebook, and it was for college kids. They opened it to the rest of us later. The rest of us. Okay. Yeah, the main reason I'm in so many groups is that they let me promote my videos there. Yeah, I know. And that's why I hate being in so many groups. That's not you in particular, but a lot of folks do that. They join all these groups. Same thing with the guitar box stuff. These guys will, if they're builders, they'll join every cigar box group there is. And then if you're friends with them and you got your notifications turned on, you see all these stupid, they're posting the same picture of the same guitar, but it goes in, 20 groups and your phone's blowing up and all that. So, yeah, and that's when you got to turn off the notifications. So let's see how we doing on time here. Oh, pretty good. About 9:35. I got one other question I was going to ask you guys the other day, and like often happens, the conversation went elsewhere and I never got to it. But I was wondering, And this is probably mostly for people younger than me. Uh, but I'm just wondering where you see yourself, or what you think you'll be doing 15 to 20 years from now. Uh, I don't try to plan it far out. I may not even be around in 15, 20 years. That's why I said it's probably mostly for folks younger than me. But just curious to see what people think they will be doing 15 to 20 years from now. And I've also got another little reason for asking that question. So, um, yeah, just no action at all on the Rocky Camp, none whatsoever. Mm-mm-mm. All right. Well, I don't see. I know there's a delay, so we'll see what kind of comments come in. I don't know. Pushing up daisies, yeah, that's why I said this question was for folks younger than me and you, Janet, because no doubt in 20 years I won't be here. I'd like to be, but I seriously doubt it. So Ryan Ballard says beach in the Caribbean selling ice cream. Well, that's a good goal to have. Yeah, yeah. Making and selling my signs when I retire. That's another good goal. Uh, Hopefully, still pulling in air. Yeah, yeah. I hope so too. But like I said, don't know. Retire. Um, yeah. I'll wait and give it a few minutes, see if we can get a few more replies in here. Retired, working in the shop on my hobbies that I don't have time for now because of work. Yeah, those pesky day jobs, man, they really get in the way of, the hobby stuff. I look back on, the day I was let go from my regular job, and the first little bit, I thought, man, this is traumatic because I'm 60 years old. Who's going to hire this old fart? And, do I even want to try to go get another job? And the traffic and, all the stuff that goes with commuting to a job. And it didn't take me long to realize they just did me a favor. So, I mean, I'm not technically retired. I still have to get up and do some things to try to make a little money. But yes, it's pretty cool to get up in the morning, especially now. I drink coffee with my friends on a live, and go do stuff when I want to. Okay, we get some more comments here. Harry says, enjoying great grandkids. Tim says, so true, Brian. And he was talking about didn't have time because of work. As a welding instructor, all I think of is my CNC at the house. Yeah. I know when I was working, that was the same way with me. I couldn't wait to get home to go out in the shop and do something. Everything happens for a reason. Very true. Very true. Joe Liddon is in the house. How you doing, Joe? Good morning to you. Welcome to the coffee sessions. Okay, well, let's see. I don't know if we're going to get any more responses to the what are you going to be doing in 15 to 20 years question. But the reason I asked that is apparently the people that are watching the coffee sessions, and yeah, Joe says, I can't get into the Dave Gatton website. Yeah, nobody can, Joe. I'm updating it, going with a new thing. I'll try to have it up there as soon as I can, but I'm not going to rush it and, make any mistakes and stuff like that. So I'm going to take my time, try to get it better than it was before. And I'll probably be eventually changing the Garage Works website as well, or it may just be going away. I'm not sure. But no, the reason I asked the question, what are you going to be doing in 15 to 20 years, is you notice not one person said, well, we're not going to be here, because of the climate change, or, they don't even call it global warming anymore, but everybody calls it climate change. A year ago, they said we had 12 years left. Now and that was a year ago. So we should have 11 years left. But you notice when you say, well, what are you going to be doing in 15, 20 years? Everybody's got a positive thing, so that's good to see. I personally think the climate change is, well, I don't know really how to describe it. I think the climate changes all the time. It's been changing, for billions of years. So, I'm not into all of that doom and gloom stuff. So I'm a glass half full kind of guy, or a coffee cup half full kind of guy, I guess. Ian says, I wouldn't have even retired in 20 years' time. Okay. Tim says, where'd he go? My wife usually has me make the Christmas gifts for the one she works with, I guess. Yeah. Barry Curtis says, what happened to the Y2K? Yeah, well, what a joke that was, wasn't it? All the gloom and gloom and doom and all that stuff. Tim says, hello, Rocky, but that is not Rocky. That's Jack. That's my other big puppy, with the emphasis on big. Rocky's Jack is he's not a 100% lab or whatever, but he's got to be like 99% lab. He's got just a little bit of white right here, but he's mostly black lab. And Rocky is, from what they told me, he is a chocolate lab boxer mix. And if he gets off the couch and comes in here, you'll see he's got a good bit of white on his chest. And his hair's longer. Jack's got the short hair. Let's see. Joe sums it up pretty good, I think. He said, I think God is behind climate change and you don't mess with him. Yep. I'd have to agree with that, Joe. Climate change is part of the cycle of the universe. Yeah. Yep. That reminds me, we're about getting out of time here. Like I said, I'm trying to do better at setting my timer where it'll give me that little warning that I'm been on here too long. So I don't want to make these things too long, because then my coffee gets cold. Nobody likes cold coffee. Kay Milton says, how do you keep your coffee hot? I've actually got a couple. These are my favorite. I got 2 cups. These are both from CB Giddy, which is the company that makes the cigar box guitar parts. And when you place an order, if you get over a certain amount, you can pick from some things that you'll get free. Well, instead of getting more guitar parts, I got coffee cups. I got this one says hard times make great music. And then I've got another one that's similar to it, but it's got like chord shapes and stuff on it, I think. But the coffee stays pretty hot. I don't know what these things are made out of, but of all the coffee cups I got, it stays hotter longer in these. So these are the ones I use all the time. Back in the early 1900s, they thought you could not travel more than 30 miles an hour because your skin would rip off. Nobody knows what is to come. Yeah. Let's see. How do you keep your coffee hot? Easy. You drink it before it gets cold. Yeah. Well, that's the best way. Yeah. Iced coffee's good too, Tim says. I'm never been a fan of iced coffee, um, which is weird, really, when you think about it, because I like hot coffee, but I don't like cold coffee. But I like hot tea, and I also like iced tea. So, um, Joe Lydon says, "Have I changed Facebook too?" No, nobody changes Facebook. You know, I'm not sure what you mean by that, Joe, but no, I haven't changed it. And I saw you posted a comment a while ago. Let's see, I think I missed it. Where did it? That's not it. That's not it. Oh, how can I sign up for the guitar drawing? I'm going to put a. Yeah, I realized when I shut down that other website that now nobody can enter the guitar drawing, and we're going to be doing that tomorrow night, by the way, on the CNC with Dave show. So I will post a link, or I'll probably post it and put it on my other website, because the other website is still active, and you can enter that way. Or if you just want to send me an email with your name, address, email address and stuff, I'll enter you in there that way. So, but yeah, I'm not going to rush that website. I'm trying to do it right. Joe, come on, buddy. You can't find me on Facebook. I'm everywhere. I could not hide now if I wanted to. If I committed a crime, I'd get caught immediately, because I can't. There's no way I can hide. I'm out there everywhere. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. I'm everywhere. Joe Morgan, morning all. How you doing? Or Joe Morgan. I get my names mixed up. Jeff Morgan. How you doing, Jeff? Ryan says, morning, Jeff. Looking forward to the Maker Faire Orlando in 3 weeks. Okay, I didn't know about that. He says, what other website? I have 2 websites, Joe. The DaveGatton.com, which is the one that's not working right now. And the other one is www.garageworkscnc.com. I have 2 different websites. And like I said, yeah, if you just go to Facebook and go to the search box at the top and type in Dave Gatton, you're going to find me. I'm probably going to be the first one you see, because there's not a whole lot of Gattons out there. Like I said, I can't hide from anybody now if I wanted to. So, all right, yeah, there was something else I saw, I watched the other day, and it was really interesting. I was going to share something with you today. In fact, I was thinking about it earlier, and I forgot to write it down. So I just thought about it a little while ago as I was talking about something else. So I'm going to write it down right now, and I'll share that with y'all on Monday's coffee session. And it'll be interesting. I think it was pretty cool. It blew me away when I saw it. So I'm going to make myself a note, and we'll share that on Monday morning. So anyhow, my time, I'm looking at my little timer here. It says I'm about 40 seconds away from the alarm going off, and I don't think. Well, I think you guys can hear it when it goes off, but it's not very loud for you guys. It's louder for me. There's the Rockster. Now that's Tim. That's Rocky there, the big brown one. Yeah, they're buddies. And I'm surprised he came in here. He must know I'm getting ready to turn the show off. So anyway, if you listen quick, let's see if y'all can hear. Y'all tell me if you can hear this. This little, it's like a buzzer type thing. 3, 2, 1. Oh no, it's not a buzzer. I forgot. It's a different tone. So yeah, y'all let me know if you hear that. Mark Lindsay says, no video this Sunday. I may do a live if I have my voice back we'll see. Well, you could just like write stuff on cards and hold it up. There is a Tesla service center right behind this IHOP. I'm going to check it out. Okay, cool. Tim says, nice. I have a boxer also. Troy says, yeah, you could hear it. Yeah. The other one I did, it had like a buzzer, and you probably couldn't hear it that good. But that tone, I know when I watched the playback, I watched it just to see if you could hear it, and I can hear it in the video, so I figured y'all could hear it. But yeah, that's my thing, that I try to remember to hit that button to start the timer at the beginning of the show, so I can, when it goes off, I know I've been on here too long. It's time to wrap it up. So anyway, thank you guys so much, man. We've had a good crowd in here today. Let's see, right now we've got 21, looks like, watching over on the YouTubes, and 5 of y'all watching on Facebook. Thank y'all so much. I enjoy you guys coming and hanging out with me while I drink my coffee. And here's a good, Mark says he'll do a PowerPoint presentation and do dialogue cards like silent movies did. That'd work. Yeah, that'll work. Bye, David Clemens. So anyway, yeah, we're going to get out of here. Rocky and Jack, say good day to you, and everybody have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend. If you're in any kind of storms, that tropical storm or whatever, I don't know how bad it's supposed to get. I haven't even watched, but be watching out for that. And we will see y'all Monday morning at 9 a.m. So hope to see y'all then. Take care, everybody. See ya.